Welcome to Behind the Berry, sponsored by Modexus, where you'll get to know the brand behind these world-class, innovative supplements formulated by science with you in mind. You'll meet our people, the founders of Modexus and members of our Product Research Council. You'll also hear about our amazing products through stories from our customers of overcoming health challenges. They're not just surviving, they're thriving. Modexus is the leader in bringing you the world's first family of innovative natural nutrition, powered by the elite superfruit, Lonicera cerulean. Our products are non-GMO, gluten-free, and made right here in the USA with no preservatives. They're 100% natural, so you can feel good about taking them and sharing them with your family. And learn just how easy it is to become an affiliate with Modexus and gain financial prosperity just by sharing Modexus with the people you love. Now let's jump into this week's episode of Behind the Berry. Hey guys, it's Brittney Jones. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Berry, sponsored by Modexus. I'm here with my new friend and fellow affiliate, Ashlee Thorbecke today. Hey Ashlee, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brittney?
I'm so good. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. Ashlee and I have been talking for months now about having her come on the show, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. We're going to start today's episode off like we do every episode, and I'll have Ashlee share a little bit about herself, and then we'll jump into Modexus, how she came to the company, and the products that she loves. So Ashlee, take it away and tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
Right. So I'm Ashlee, and I have two boys, and one of them is on the spectrum. He's 6 years old, and then I'm a stay-at-home mom. So that's about my life.
It's funny because we say it like it's like this one blanket statement, and yet we know it's 3,000 things that you're doing all day long. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we talked really briefly before we got started, and you shared with me that Tranquility is the product that brought you to Modexus. So why don't you share a little bit with us about sort of your journey and how you came to find Modexus and how Tranquility has helped you personally?
Okay. So I was struggling with anxiety pretty bad. And I've taken prescription meds for it before, and the side effects were bad. So I kind of weaned myself off of those. Um, and then my friend Carol, she introduced me to Tranquility and told me I had to try it. So I was struggling pretty hard. I had an anxiety attack that lasted a couple hours one day. And I was like, I've got to get this under control because it was really ruining my life. I couldn't do anything. So I ordered it, and she told me to take it right away, and so I took a couple capsules right away, and within 20 minutes I could just feel it kick in, and it was the best feeling. I could just feel the anxiety like melt away. Um, so I keep taking it every day. I take it in the morning and in the evening. So then yeah, it's been a huge for me.
Well, I bet it feels so good to be off of the prescription meds. I know, I've never experienced it to that degree, but what's really neat is that we have these products that work so quickly and so effectively. Because I'll share a little bit with you. I have never really been the type of person to have panic attacks or anxiety attacks or things like that. But over the last year, I've probably had 4 of them. And up until recently, I didn't realize that Tranquility could help me in that area. And so we've been using, longevity for a really long time. And I had always, I try to be very transparent on here and let people know I'm not necessarily the expert. I love just talking with people. And so I'm learning right alongside so many other affiliates in our program about all the cool things that these products can really do. And I believe someone shared with me that you could take just like one tranquility middle of the day. It's not going to make you sleepy, which I think was my misconception before, was that, oh, this is like for sleeping. And I realized it's really not. It's just to calm our nervous system. I started giving it to my dad when he was here recovering from heart surgery because it helps balance your blood pressure. And what I found is actually twice in the last maybe couple weeks, I've had moments where I use the term, I could feel my blood boiling, right? And that's what it feels like. It feels, and I was trying to explain it actually to my youngest son who's on the spectrum yesterday. And I said, Mommy's feeling like inside just shaky, right? And so that's how I was feeling yesterday. And I said, buddy, go grab me a glass of water. And I have my Tranquility right here with all my products. And I took one yesterday, and same thing, within a handful of minutes, I could feel just all of that calming, that almost like a release of that kind of nervous energy. And I felt so much better. And so I think it's it's important to share with people too that this isn't a sleeping pill, right? And that this isn't just for we call it the chill pill, if you will. And I love that because that's what I've experienced using it. Now I do take it at night too to help with my rest, but it doesn't make me drowsy during the day, which, like I said, was sort of my misconception from the get-go. Have you noticed, that you take it regularly, having anxiety as something that you were diagnosed with? Do you find yourself taking it, you said, every single day?
I do. I take it every day. I sometimes I have to take it in the afternoon, but whenever I first started it, I was taking up to 6 to 7 a day. That's how bad I was. And I like it because, it's not hurting me. And if I need more, I can take more. Um, but it didn't make me sleepy. And I take it at night to help kind of calm me down from the day. And I do sleep better. It has really helped change my sleep schedule, where before I was like, I would be up all night. I would be up at like 8 in the morning and then be up until 4 in the morning, So it was like I have the kids and it was just really taking a toll on me. And of course, lack of sleep will help strike up your anxiety. But now I'm like the first one up every morning and I'm sleeping really well. And I've started having dreams again where I
Wow.
couldn't even tell you the last time I had a dream. But I've been on taking Tranquility for a little over a year and it has just been amazing.
That's so awesome. So I love that it sounds like, take it almost like preemptively. Like, that this is an issue for you. And so you just take your Tranquility. Whereas I'm taking it almost like as needed. And I think that's cool too, that people can kind of choose for them what's right for them. Um, because I don't necessarily feel that anxiousness every day. But when I do, I know I have this little pill in my back pocket that I can take if I need it. And
Right.
actually, what's really cool too, and I was just listening to a woman who is a chiropractor in the Dallas Fort Worth area. She was doing a talk on women's health. And obviously, we have rhythm. We love rhythm. I don't know about you, but I love
I
rhythm.
I do too. Yes.
That's
It's
definitely
been
helps me a lot.
me too. Yes.
Yes. But she was talking about how women actually need 9 to 11 hours of sleep a night, which I was like, okay, well that makes a lot of sense because I'm not like, I can't stay up super late like I used to, and I'm definitely more tired earlier in comparison to my husband. But that as women, and I think this is becoming more common knowledge, but as women, we actually do need more rest. And to your point, it becomes a vicious cycle if you're not getting the rest, then you're waking up with anxiety or anxious. So now you're in an anxious state, which doesn't help you sleep in the evening. So, not having something to support that can kind of create a lot of chaos, it sounds like.
It really can. And I said when I first started I was taking like the 6 to 7. Well, I've been on it over a year and I'm now just taking like one in the morning and one in the evening. And sometimes I need one in the afternoon. It just depends on the day or what's happened. But yeah, it has really made a difference for me.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, and you talked a little bit about your son who's on the spectrum. I'm a ASD mama myself, and so I understand the additional stresses that come sometimes with having a special needs child that just needs more of your attention and more of your um, calmness, right? Like I think being calm in those situations goes a long, long way to sort of diffuse some of their emotions and um, harder moments, if you will. But talk to me about what you're using, what products you're using with your son to help support him in his journey.
Okay, so we first started with longevity, and because he's a very picky eater, so of course, he's lacking a lot of nutrition.
Yeah.
So we started with longevity, and like for real, it was like an hour after he took his first. Like I started him with like half capsule, and he started detoxing like within an hour, and that was really, really awesome. Um, and then he had really bad behavior. And I mean, it was constant every day, screaming, kicking, hitting, throwing himself down kind of things. I think it was more because he couldn't tell us what he needed. Um, but I started him on tranquility, and that has been a night and day difference. So then he started school in kindergarten, and we added lift, and it, his speech has gotten improved so much. And like I give him lift and tranquility every morning before school in his protein shake, and it's amazing. The teachers are having good luck with him, and we just recently got it into school so they can give it to him while he's at school. And they're impressed with how much of a difference it is, because in the afternoons he was getting really anxious and just done ready to go and throwing and kicking and having a hard time, and they started giving it to him in his chocolate milk for lunch, and he has had the last week, and so far this week he has been amazing. So
I
he
love hearing that. Oh, so good. Man, I remember those days and we still have them sometimes too. You know, they are humans and they're little. So I know I can have a rough day sometimes. We have to give our kids grace, you know, they have rough days too. But seeing that speech explode and the behavioral piece of it is so, so good and so important, I think, to touch on because we saw similar results as well. Not only did Bo's speech just kind of come out of nowhere, really. And it was due to all that detoxing that we were able to do gently with longevity, but also the emotional regulation. And I think that's the piece that we haven't really touched on the show before, but I know for sure, like, I don't recommend doing this, but we ran out of longevity for like a week in this house. And you could see the difference in my son after not taking it. Like you can see it when he misses a day, but we missed like 5 days. Just my auto ship was not set up right, right? So set up your smart ship so that doesn't happen to you. But um, you know, we went like 5 days without it. And the second it came in my mailbox, I ripped that sucker open. I opened that bottle. I gave it to him like I normally would because you can see the effects of, you know, the positive effects of longevity right away with these kids that are on the spectrum and need that support really daily for that emotional regulation. So I'm just over the moon to hear that about your son. Have you had an opportunity to share these products with other moms with kiddos on the spectrum? I know I'll speak for myself real quick that it's I love to share it, and I sort of have a little bit of a hard time because I think not everyone is um holistically minded maybe, and there is this misconception that the meds, like the prescriptions, something that your doctor is going to give you is either going to work better or more effectively, or, this is the norm. This is just what you do. Have you found yourself able to have conversations with others who are in a similar position as you?
I have. I share the products daily, with whether it's on Facebook or sometimes I can have a conversation with somebody. Um, I've got somebody interested right now that has a child with autism, and I think that you said something about the medication. Like for me, my son is only 6 years old. Those medications that they prescribe are just, they're strong and they're very addicting. And I'm not ready for him to be on anything like that. So I really wanted to try the natural way. And we are having great success with it. And I mean, his behavior has just completely changed. And I'm like, so before, like, we couldn't really have anybody watch him, and, like, his grandma is older, and, he was a runner, and, he still has occasional moments where he wants to try to run, but, she is always like, "Make sure you send Tranquility with him if he's gonna be there, because if not, it's just too hard for her." And so we always have it. We keep a bottle at her house just so it's there whenever it's needed. But if he's there, she gives it to him and she has a really good time and is able to actually do things with him. And he's talking and it's just everything has gotten so much easier.
Yes, right. And few people that I've had the opportunity to share this with in regards to autism, um, I don't make any claims, but I do try to share our own story and how it has positively affected Bo and our family, because I was right there with you. He was a runner. You would think I live in like New York City, in Manhattan, with the way our doors have like all the chains and all the locks. Like,
Yes.
we we want our baby to be safe, and we were doing whatever we had to do to make that happen. And so he also was a runner. I know Lori's son has had similar traits in the past that have been sort of, I guess I'm not supposed to use the word cured, but we've seen so much improvement, I guess, in those areas. Like he doesn't desire to run anymore, which is, as a mom, man, that's a huge relief, because I had like PTSD over him running multiple times. And so there is this element of, not only is it relief for the child, which obviously we want, because we want them to be thriving and at their best, but them being more emotionally regulated and just healthier, it actually does affect you as the parent, because you can sort of like breathe this sigh of relief that, um, at least I'll speak for myself. And I've said it before, but I never knew if I would ever hear Bo say, "I love you." Right? Like, these were things that as a mama, I'm holding in my heart, wondering what my child's future looks like. And I feel like it sounds maybe dramatic to say, but these products have given me hope for my child's future in, all across the board.
I agree. It really has. And for us, it's the little things that you can't take for granted. And whenever they happen, it's huge. And, you see all these other parents talking about their kids doing all of this. And it's like, you want that for your kid. And I feel like these products are really helping bring that out. And my other son, actually, he was struggling with reading and he wasn't interested in it. He just really didn't care about trying to do it. But I started giving him Tranquility and Lift, and in like 6 weeks, he raised his reading level up like 6 levels. And now, like, school's gonna be out before too long, and he has actually raised his reading level up 8 or 9 levels. And that was just after like right before Christmas break. So it's
Wow,
been pretty amazing.
that's incredible. I honestly don't think I think anyone can use these products and that they're going to see benefits from them, right? Like I think so much of our normal daily life, we don't even, especially as adults, realize like the pollution and the stuff we're eating and the pharmaceuticals we have taken and over the counter stuff, and how that affects our bodies. And you know I don't maybe necessarily need longevity and lift in the same way that Bo does, but I know that it benefits me when I take it for other reasons. But even this just like gentle detox, I think people hear the word detox and they think like it's going to be hard or it's going to be gross or it's going to be, like time consuming or something they really have to like, oh, I got to do this detox. Um, some 7-day thing that you just are like hardcore about. What I love about longevity is that that's just not the case. Like you just take it every day, like your normal multivitamin, and it supports you in these ways that um, you maybe didn't even realize you needed support.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And longevity, I like that because, you know, before, like, I wanted to take my vitamins and minerals and things like that, but it was so expensive to buy them individually. And what I love about longevity is, it has all of that in there. It has the 75 trace minerals. It has your vitamin D, it has all your essentials and therapeutic doses. So, it's affordable, which I love. And, everybody needs to build their immune system up. And needs this product. So
Yeah. Yeah. So how then you said it's affordable. I think, I play devil's advocate a little bit and say, that's a sliding scale for some people, right? They might look at the price of longevity and say, that's pricey. How do you utilize your business of Modexis to sort of offset the cost of what you're purchasing for your family? I know for me, I've almost got it to where I'm basically getting my supplements, everything we take almost for free at this point. So I'm curious how you're able to work your business to do something similar.
you just got to keep sharing, and then they will pay for themselves once you grow enough, and you know the income. It's not really about the income for me, but I mean it definitely helps. Keep them affordable because like my son needs these products, and so they pretty much pay for themselves. It's not hard, really. All you gotta do is share and stay consistent, and your products will sell and make up that difference to make it not hurt so bad. So
I know. I was talking with my mom who also uses Modexis, and she was kind of like, wow, how much do you guys spend every month? Because everybody's taking it. And, I think it's a maybe cliche, but there's this phrase that's essentially like if you don't take care of your health now, if you don't pay for it now on the front end with like good supplements and good food, you're going to pay for it on the back end with your medical insurance or the surgeries that you need or the all of the medical intervention that you might need on the back end. And for me, I would much rather be proactive and doing things that are going to keep my family healthy long term and spend the money there than putting it into a surgery or a treatment plan or pharmaceuticals on the backside of life where I can't really enjoy, right? This life that I've been given.
yes, which brings me to another point is so I used to struggle with getting ear infections like every winter, almost every month I was having ear infections, and like every month I was getting antibiotics or a steroid. And this past year I had one ear infection, and that has been a huge thing for me because they're miserable, and to cut back on that has been great.
Yeah. I know. What did you pop a bunch of extra longevity too to sort of help you out?
Yeah, I will use, some days I would take 4 longevity, and relieve. The relieve really helped relieve the pressure and, like, any kind of sinus issues or anything like that came with it, or whether I was just starting to get a cold, relieve and longevity were my rescue.
I love it. I know. I don't know if you heard, but I think it was my conversation with Liz where I said it's like the movie Big Fat Greek Wedding. Like he sprays Windex on everything and that's going to fix everything. And I jokingly kind of say the same about longevity. Like when in doubt, pop a couple longevity. You'll probably be okay.
Yes.
But
It's amazing because you could just, like, I could feel it work, like, I could feel the pressure in my head just, like, fade away.
yeah.
It was nice.
Yes. Okay, that's not medical advice, people, just so you
That
know.
is
Like,
that is not medical advice, that is just how I felt.
yeah, and that's anecdotal evidence from us as moms who have experienced these products for ourselves and for our families. But Ashlee, that's our time today. So, what else would you like to say to our audience before we go? Do you have any little tidbit, nugget of wisdom, just anything you'd like to add on?
I think that people need to experience what we have and they will feel the benefits. And, we have a lot of information on our YouTube channel, and you can learn about all those products and hear about the company and all of that. But people just really need to give us a try.
I totally agree. And there's a reason why you may not have heard of Modexis yet. We are kind of a baby company. We've only been around a handful of years. But as Randy Anderson says, we have the best compensation plan in the industry. And I can attest to that. You don't need to like sign up 100 people to start making money. You can literally just, like Ashlee was saying, share the products. And there's a benefit for you in that. But I'm like you. I didn't get into the business because I was looking to make an income. I got into this business because my family, and you said it perfectly, my child needs these products. And so for me, it just made sense. Like we're buying them anyway. We love them. And I also say it's kind of like Jesus. Like I can't not share it with people. So, so if you'd like to try any of our Modexis products, head on over to modexis.com or find an affiliate in your area, whoever shared this video with you. We'd love to have you guys not only try the products, but once you love them, because we know that you will, join our team, share with your friends and family, help everyone avoid those later in life costs and be proactive and preventative now. So thanks, Ashlee, for your time. This was so great.
Thank you, Brittney.
I'll see you guys on the next episode. Hey guys, it's Brittney. Make sure to go visit modexis.com. That's MODEXUS.com to connect with an advocate for Modexis in your area. I'd also love it if you would like and subscribe to this channel as well as the Modexis channel. And be sure to hit the little notification bell so you know every time we post something new.